What's up, everybody? It's the boy Tar, the JUUL Cowboy, otherwise known as the Ghost of Fat Nuda, coming to you today on a Monday afternoon, wishing everybody the cutest of weeks. Today we're going for the Red RC. This year, instead of just posting some clips with a clan tag in, I'm going to do that, plus frequently upload throughout the little 3 weeks we got for this RC. Now that being said though, this story right here is pretty much just not really a pleasant story for the JUUL Cowboy. And I'm not really sure if I'm comfortable making this video, but I'm going to do it. Why not? So this is going to be my first and worst Tinder experience. Alright, so before I start this video, this story is a very personal, very traumatizing experience for me. So I would really appreciate it if you guys could leave a like on the video. Any type of support really helps because honestly I'm telling a very embarrassing story for Twitter clout and the chances of gaining recognition from a Call of Duty organization. So I started using Tinder at the beginning of my freshman year of college. It was still in the early week, so I was still doing that one class before the actual semester started. We were going through fall practice, and I was still playing football at the glorious CCU, Cincinnati Christian University. It was a really great experience. I wish I didn't leave. I wish that didn't happen. I regret it ever since. But I was using Tinder because I had recently broken my good hand. And we all know, the good hand must be protected at all costs. We can break an arm, we can break a leg, but we cannot break this hand and or wrist, or else it's going to be a bad time. And I went and did it. I went and broke the hand. So I started using Tinder to relieve some of that man action that I can't really go into great detail about, but you know what we're talking about. Your boy needed some action. Your boy was also very lonely at the time, so Tinder was really the only type of action your boy can get at the time. So to sum up everything, I wasn't really the best at using Tinder. I was pretty lazy. My bio was trash. The pictures I was using weren't necessarily the best pictures of the JUUL Cowboy, and I didn't read bios, so you can probably tell that that left a lot of red flags. But I matched with this girl. We're gonna call her Charlene because ain't nobody been called Charlene in the past couple of years. And we headed off pretty fast. And within a matter of 2 days, we were already setting up plans to meet at this restaurant. But like I said, everything was going off pretty good. We were hitting it off. We ended up going to this place, which I can't quite remember the name of, but their deal is that they insult you from the time you enter to the time you leave. Which, you know, that sounds like a horrible first date idea. But I was kind of under the intentions that if I could show this person, this girl, that I had a really great sense of humor and I could just roll with it, that my chances of doing the, you know what, would be increased. Which it kind of worked. It did work, I will say this. But as soon as we walked in, I hear a slew of insults, but the one that really stuck out wasn't towards me, was towards the person I was with. This hostess came up and said, "Hey, yo, dog, yo, girl look like a tranny." Now, at the time of hearing that, I was just shocked because they were just killing us. They did not let anything go. But that little message should have been a red flag. Anyway, we go on with the rest of the date, and it was a pretty easy night. I mean, other than getting barraged with insults, having to wear a dunce cap with really horrible insults that, now I'm thinking about it, really did hurt my self-esteem in the long run. It was a pretty decent, you know, dining experience. So, whenever she said, "You know, I usually don't do this, but would you like to come back to my place?" I was like, let's go. I looked straight-faced. I was like, I'm ready to go right now, whenever. Let's do this. Again, this is a bad idea. Don't do what I did. Don't try to hit on the first date, y'all, because it's not going to end out well. So I ended up going to this woman's apartment in Cincinnati that I've not known, but for probably about a good 3 hours, and a couple of conversations from a messaging site. So, looking into all of this, it wasn't a very smart idea for me to go to this girl's apartment. So we go back to this girl's apartment, we start watching Shameless on the big TV on Netflix, and I was like, man, this girl already know what's up. And it started getting a little too crazy for what I can describe in a YouTube video for a Call of Duty gaming clan. But your boy was making some moves. The moves. And then and I'm gonna pause the actual story right here just to mention this is my good hand. I cannot tell what is in this hand. If I was to pick up my vape, I can't tell if this is a vape. So honestly, when I'm filling up on something with my bunk hand, I don't know what's going on. So I was filling up on what I thought was some real legit big old titties. After about 30 minutes of that, she then proceeds to do something only I believe a woman should do to a man. And I'll leave it at that. And after she was done, I was ready to reciprocate. Because honestly, even though that I haven't, busted one in about 2 weeks, I was ready for round 2 like it was nothing. I didn't even, feel like I was ready. I was just ready to go. It was a great idea. But, you can't just, let someone do something to you and I do something back. You gotta be kind. That's the kind of person I am. So, I pulled down the pants. And what I saw shocked me, man. It was quite the grotesque scene. I saw another man's genitalia.
It was at this moment he knew. He fucked up.
Pause. Tar, you said this was a girl. I thought it was a girl. It was a transgender woman. I was shocked. I was appalled. I was horny. I had a conflict. Because one, I just let this random person who I thought was a girl do some things to me, and I was about to go ahead and do it back. If it wasn't because of how nicely lit the room was, it could have been pretty damn bad if I would have escalated the situation anymore. So what does a young JUUL cowboy in the cut do? He pulls up his jeans, hard and all, and busts out the dope, and starts walking down Price Hill. I walked for about a good 20 minutes, called an Uber, because I wasn't going to walk all the way back to CCU. Not like that. Not at like 11 p.m. at night. Not going to happen. And I didn't do anything to myself for like the next month or something. Mainly because one, bunk hand, and two, I was pretty traumatized about the experience. The reason why I didn't want to tell this story, guys, is because, I was getting hot and heavy with what I believe was a woman, but I got into a grade A situation with a trap. The young cowboy was not in the best of situation. I have more Tinder stories. I have more Cincinnati stories that happened to me while I was playing football at Cincinnati Christian. If you guys want to hear those stories, please leave a like on this video, because I'll do it. I ain't got no shame no more. Everything done happened to me. It's crazy. Anyways, guys, if you guys enjoyed the video, this has been Tar, the JUUL Cowboy. Talk to you later. Skee yee.